What is compound interest and how does it work? Compound interest is one of the greatest things known to mankind for investors. The longer you keep your money invested, the more compounding interest works in your favor. Early and consistent investing significantly amplifies the effects of compounding your money. So basically, what it means is your money will grow interest wise, and then it'll continue to grow off that same interest and double and triple and quadruple. So an example, if you had $1,000 invested and that $1,000 grows 10% in 1 year, the next year you would have $1,100. Then if that $1,100 stays the same and it grows another 10%, then you will have $1,210, and so on and so forth. But here's the kicker, here's the catch. The more stocks you accumulate along with that compounding interest, the faster your money will grow. And that's what it's all about. But welcome to my channel, Wealth Investing for You. I'm your host, OG Bo. On this channel, it's for beginners. All I want to do is show you my journey starting off this year in 2025, how I'm going to invest daily in Apple, NVDA, and VOO. That's the big thing now. Along this journey for 2025, it's going to be other stocks I invest in. It's going to be other things I do. I do some trading every now and then, some swing trades, some day trades. I'm actually in a couple of leap trades right now. But the goal and the purpose of this channel is for new and beginning investors to understand and see the importance of investing every day, even if it's just a little bit. All right, so I'm going to show you my portfolio. I'm going to show you how the stocks perform for the day, and I'm going to show you my daily amount that I invest. All right, so let's get it started, y'all. Make sure if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. It's your man OG Bo. I'm here to answer all questions. I'm here to dialogue. I'm here to learn. So I'm not telling you that I'm an expert at all. I've been trading and investing for a little bit, so I'm learning, and I like to learn, and I also like to share the knowledge. This is not advice to buy, hold, or sell any stock, security, or crypto. This is just what I'm doing, and I want to show you all what I'm doing, so follow along for the journey. So on the screen, as you can see right now, I got the big indices pulled up, at least a couple of them for today. And as you can see, the S&P 500 was pretty much flat today. The market was doing a lot of crazy stuff today, but it was up 0.16%. The NASDAQ was down 0.06%, and then Bitcoin was also down 1.25%. I also failed to mention, but previous videos I talked about it, but I also invest in Bitcoin daily too. That's part of my my plan and my journey for this year. Again, this is not a challenge. I want to make this a lifestyle for everybody, but starting off, I just wanted to show you that. Of course, the S&P 500 is important to me because the ETF VOO that I invest in pretty much mirrors the S&P 500. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some stats for Apple for today. All right, so today I'm going to show you some key statistics for Apple. So as you know, Apple has one of the biggest companies in the world, right under gold. If you look up the top 10 biggest companies in the world, you will find out that Apple is number 2. Every now and then, NVIDIA takes a spot, but then it'll come right back down. So right now, the current market cap, or the total value of Apple, is $3.67 trillion. All right, that's an important thing to know and understand when you're investing in these companies. Smaller market caps, companies have a lot of room to grow, but that's going to depend on how good the company is. So pay attention to that when people are telling you to invest in companies. Just because they're cheap doesn't mean that it's worth even putting your money in. All right, so for Apple today, the high was 243.71. Came up a little bit today, but it didn't do much of anything, and I'm going to talk about why the market was kind of jacked up today. The 52-week high is 260, which it was just a couple weeks ago, and it's been falling from grace from that 260 number. The low for today was 240, and then the 52-week low is 164. That's a very important number because my average cost on my total Apple investment is 178. The reason it's 178 and the current price of Apple is 243 is because over the last 3 years, I've been dollar cost averaging, buying small amounts of Apple every day, and I kept my average cost down. So this is a very important thing that I want you to understand and think about. And if you have a question, please leave a comment down below. But that's a big part of why I'm making this video, to get people to see that if you do these things for extended periods of time, you will eventually see the green in what you're investing in. All right, and then as you can see on the far right, the average volume, and the volume was real low today for Apple, so not normally that low. So pay attention to those factors whenever you're looking at stocks. All right, so let's move on, and you can see again, I have my daily buy of 15 bucks. So I already set to buy on the 10th, because tomorrow, January 9th, Thursday, the market is closed for observation of former President Jimmy Carter, who passed away. All right, so let's move along. Check out my NVDA. So these are some stats for NVDA today. NVDA market cap 3.4 trillion, not 4.5 trillion. I told you it wasn't too far from Apple. When NVIDIA goes up to its all-time high of 153, which it was just a couple days ago, it actually took over Apple for that number 2 spot. But it is what it is. It dropped down drastically yesterday, and it's still down today. But the high for today was 143.95. The low for today was 137. Again, in that 52-week high, 153. 52-week low on NVIDIA is 49 bucks. So let me explain that to you. If you had been investing in NVIDIA for the last 52 weeks, daily, small amounts even, your average cost will be well below the current price of the stock. Again, trying to stress this to you. This is why you need to invest every day, long term. Whatever you have, whatever you're able to, is better than nothing, because of that compounding interest that I talked about at the beginning. And then you see the volume of NVIDIA is a lot higher than Apple, 193 million. And the average volume in the volume today was 225 million. So a lot of people buying and selling NVIDIA is what that means. All right. And then as you can see, my daily purchase of NVIDIA is $7.50, and I got the next one set for January 10th. It's automatic, right? It's automatic. So all I got to do is have the money in my brokerage account available, and it's going to purchase the stock for me. That's simple. All right, let's move along to VOO. All right, VOO. So over there at the top left, you see AUM, and that's 1.35 trillion. That's basically the market cap. That's all it is. VOO is an ETF, and it's a bunch of stocks combined. So they just call it something different. The high for today on VOO was 543. The low was 538. That's a big swing, $5 for that ETF. 52-week high, 559. So we still not too far off from these 52-week highs, as you can see. And then 52-week low was 430. So again, the 52-week low is usually way lower than that high if you are investing in a good company. So again, if you had been investing in VOO for the last 52 weeks, you'll be up a lot of money right now. All right. And then as you can see, the volume was very low on the VOO today, just because the SPY was pretty much trading sideways. There wasn't nothing going on, or the S&P 500 was trading sideways, I should say. Yeah, so that's that. Now, let's talk about a little bit real quick before I end this video on why the market was down today. All right, so the U.S. stocks were mixed Wednesday in a choppy session dictated by swings in the U.S. Treasury yields. So the Treasury yields and bonds play a big part in the stock market, and today they definitely played a big part. So yields, which rise when bond prices falls, have climbed sharply since December, driven by strong economic data and bets that President-elect Donald Trump's populist agenda could put upward pressure on inflation and budget deficits. All right, so that populist agenda is basically President Trump basically saying the poor versus the elites, and whatever he's saying, who knows. I'm not here to get political, but just understand that this is the news that's being spread on why the market was down today. All right, so on Tuesday, the bonds and stocks both fell after a better than expected readout on the jobs and the services sector. So yesterday, job report came out. It was good, but that caused that fall in the bonds and yields. That was a sign that yields had climbed high enough to be a concern for the investors, and the sell-off kept on going today to the bonds and yield stock benchmarks both flatten out. The Fed spoke today. It was just all bad, y'all. So it is what it is. Look for a bounce back on Friday, but again, play the charts. Don't just expect anything to happen, because you never know. There's also some more news and some stats that's going to come out on Friday. So just be prepared for that. But again, if you're doing like me and you everyday investing and you got a long-term plan, a lot of this news really means nothing unless you're a trader and you're trying to catch some movement up or down and get some money like that. But either way, it is what it is, y'all. Just wanted to again highlight and journal my daily investment in Apple, NVDA, and VOO. It's your man OG Bo. Wealth investing for you, day 5 for the year 2025. I hope you like the video. I hope you join me in this journey. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, holla at your boy, and I'm out. Peace.